Okay, so we're carrying on with the next portion of the presentation here. So what we're looking at here is sympathy for the devil, because you know there are certain factions that are going to call me that. And there's even supposed to be an alien invasion here from imposters who pretending to be your mommy and daddy, who are going to come here with a smear campaign to tarnish my good name as the creator, because ultimately, this is their planet. They made it. They made everything here. They even control me like a puppet to make me do what they want here in the bedroom so that they can come here with a tape, tarnish my good name, and get rid of me by calling me the devil. And say, look what that guy does in the bedroom. Look at this tape he does. Look what he does there. And so, with that notion, when they come here, I'm going to be labeled as the devil. So, ultimately, my spirit that makes all this music, if you want to call me, you want to label me the devil, then fine. Then I'll wear that name because, ultimately, that's the roles that we're going to play. Because when you see a spaceship here claiming to be the other guy, obviously I got to play the role of this guy. I can't play the role of the other guy because that guy's Caucasian. There is no Caucasian uh, association in our lore. We call it the Great Mystery. So if you meet me, have some sympathy. So, you know, um, so I want to go over here. So, please allow me to introduce myself. I'm Anthony Alvercagi. I'm the reincarnated father of all creation. Um, there you go. So I'm not the devil, but I've been labeled that guy. So I'll play that role if you want to, label me that. So that's where it comes from. Uh, so what are we looking for here? So stuck around St. Petersburg when I saw it was a time for a change. So St. Petersburg is basically about Peter Griffin from Family Guy, because he's the father of that family. So St. Petersburg means St. Peter Griffin, which means just basically Saint Father, because he's the father. So when I saw it was a time for a change, that's the story that we're learning about. Like having done this for 9 lives, I'm assuming all of those 9 lives, the three girls from my community, Jaden, Leia, and Tatum, they haven't stepped up to the plate for whatever reason. So that's why we're on the hunt for a new mother of all creation. And we've opened up the doors to everybody on planet Earth, which means we literally could have a Caucasian female creator if these ladies, reject me. So that's what the time for change is about. So, um, well, what do you think that means? I watched with glee why your kings and queens fought for 10 decades for the things they made. So that's a representation of the fourth choice, the chief, right? We're learning about the chief, which is Charlotte becoming the stands with the fist. So right here. So use all your well learned politeness. When you meet me, because the people here, they weren't raised to be prim and proper, Charlotte. So it's coming from that perspective. Like, use all your learned politeness, and show a little bit of courtesy and sympathy when we meet. That's what that's about. Or Olay, that's about the people in mankind. I'm not necessarily associating with my the five ladies that I'm trying to make my wife, because I wouldn't do that to you. But anybody else out there that talks crap about me, yeah, as the father of all creation, I'm the only person in hell that can destroy both body and soul in hell. So please be kind to me. So with that notion, there comes there comes a set of series of events that these guys, the bad guys, have laid out that get fulfilled, such as Revelation. So Revelation is about the beast, which is what I'm going to be labeled, right? The beast rises from the sea. So you're more than welcome to check out this video. It's a little bit long and like long-winded. It talks a lot about stuff, but I just found it interesting that it talks about a woman on the beast, I've read this particular scripture, and I've noticed. I never noticed a woman on the beast. I just noticed the seven-headed beast and rising out of the sea. So um, I thought I would connect it to our story. So you want to think of that woman on the beast as being, whoever it is that decides to stand beside me, whether that's Jane, Leia, Tatum, Charlotte, or somebody else that I may have selected. So if they choose to stand beside me, then basically the woman on the beast is a representation of the person who's decided to step up to the plate and stand beside me as the mother of all creation, um, under the guise that I fulfill that role of the beast. I'm not the beast because that stuff's not real, but um, to allow you guys to understand things a little bit more easier, you want to think of me as being that role. So I'll play that role because of, that's what I've been labeled. So therefore, the woman on the beast means my significant other. So, seeing as I have to play the role of the beast, I don't know if you know this guy here, but his name is Mr. Beast. So from that perspective, it's a double entendre, meaning there's the beast in Revelation, but there's also this guy here who's named himself Mr. Beast. So so here it is. So who here is the biggest Mr. Beast fan? Which means who here is the biggest, fan of Anthony Coggy, whom has been labeled the Beast from Revelation. That's what it means, Jaden. That's what it means, Leo. That's what it means, Tatum. That's what it means, Charlotte. Who here is the biggest, fan? So the lady says, I am, and she says, I'm just kidding. And she goes, I want a mystery adventure. So this lady wants a mystery adventure. So that's what she selected, right? So you notice how she's blonde, right? So the mystery adventure is connected to this here. So you got to look up this video here, Lakota Sioux Vision Quest. Leia, Lakota is your sister. So because you have a sister called Lakota, it means that you have an opportunity to become the great mystery. So that video, they talk about the Lakota believing in Watontonga, the great mystery. That's what basically all Native Americans call the creator, the great mystery, because they don't really know what birthed all creation into existence, so therefore they call it a great mystery. So was it omnipresent and omnipotent force comprised of a number of deities, so, and animals. So basically that's talking about spirits. Like the deities are, like atoms and quarks and soul particles, and then the plants, animals, insects, and fungi spirits, right? So all of that stuff that you're learning through my book and through these teachings, that's what the great mystery is. So the great mystery is no longer mystery because now Native Americans know how everything came into existence through a time paradox pregnancy taking place, meaning, a billion years after everything was birthed into creation, it's the pregnancy of the creators that birthed everything into existence at the beginning of time. So it was a time paradox. So it's no longer a mystery. So, but that name, the Great Mystery, is associated with this lady here, wanting a mystery adventure, which means, hey, Charlotte, do you want to become the mother of all creation? Do you want to become the great mystery of all creation? Do you want that adventure? So, in essence, what that means is that she's willing to take that role as becoming the great mystery or the mother of all creation. She wants that mystery adventure. Like, I think I could do that. I think I can become the mother of all creation or the great mystery. So, it's a representation of Charlotte wanting that free trip to the mystery location. The mystery location is beside me as the mother of all creation or the other half of the great mystery. So she opens up the thing. She says, I got the golden ticket. So that's like Charlotte saying, I got a golden ticket. I could become the mother of all creation. So to understand that, you got to go to this video here. So you look up Charlie the Chocolate Factory and watch that one there. So Basically, it's like, have you ever seen a single person going into that factory? What that means, Soggy, is have you ever seen anyone other than me coming into this house? Or anyone coming out of this house? Because I know there's a perception that something's happening here that it really isn't happening here because it's only ever been me for the past 7 years living here. 6 years, I should say. What I mean is that nobody's coming here or going here because I'm not doing what you think I'm doing. So, um, there must be people working there. Yeah, I'm working here. I'm working here behind the scenes. So, dear people of the world, I, the creator of all existence, have decided to allow 5 children to visit my creation. So when he says, dear people of the world, I, Willy Wonka, have decided to allow 5 children to visit my factory, that's what it means. I, the creator of all existence, have decided to allow 5 children to visit my creation and become the mother of all creation to stand beside me forever and ever and ever. 5 golden tickets have been hidden underneath the wrapping paper of 5 ordinary Wonka bars. The wrapping paper, like the Wonka bars, is a representation of grandmother putting her spirit inside of one of 5 people on this planet. Depending on if Jaden shoots me down, Leia shoots me down, and Tatum shoots me down, well, then that honor will go to Charlotte. And if Charlotte shoots me down, well, then it's that 5th person that theoretically could become the mother of all creation. So when you hear him say 5 tickets have been hidden underneath the wrapping paper, 5 ordinary Wonka bars, it means a chance to put grandmother's soul into 5 ordinary females on this planet is what it means. So when we exchange souls, the soul of grandmother will enter you and you'll become the grandmother of all creation. So that's what he's talking about. 5 tickets have been hidden underneath the wrapping paper of 5 ordinary females, in other words, or Wonka bars. And then it's like, wouldn't it be something, Charlie, to open a bar of candy and find a golden ticket? Well, Jaden, you have one, Leia has one, Tatum has one, and Charlotte has one. Okay? So, here, it's like, but I only get one bar a year. So you want to pay attention to that coin there, ladies and Soggy. He says, nothing's impossible. Nothing's impossible. Right? So there's a person there that gets a golden ticket. So that coin, okay, Jaden, Leia, and Tatum, that coin right there, it's connected to coin toss, No Country for Old Men. You know, if you think I'm just some old disgusting man, then I guess there's no country for me, right? So that's what it means, no country for old men. But at the same time, it's about that visible man that's supposed to be old in the clouds, right? So no country for him either. So, what's the most you ever lost in a coin toss? In a coin toss. SIR stands for Soggy Indian Reserve. The most you ever lost in a coin toss, Soggy Indian Reserve. You need to call it, ladies. I can't call it for you, ladies. I didn't put nothing up. Yes, you did. If I put it up your whole life, you just didn't know it. So in past lives, when I came to you for help, you rejected me. Out of 9 past lives, you must have all rejected me each time I've asked you to come to my aid, and you rejected me. So that's what he's talking about. I didn't put nothing up. Yes, you did. You put it up these past 9 lives. You just didn't know it. That's what he means. So, you know what date is on this coin? No, 1958. It's been traveling 22 years to get here. And now it's here. And it's either heads or tails. And you have to call it. Soggy Indian Reserve. So this I find interesting here, Jaden, because that's your lot number. So if you go here, 22 times 89, You get 1958. So 1958, 22 times 89. So that's the year, right? Right here, 22 years, right? Times 89. So 1989 is Taylor Swift's album. So there's a connection to Taylor Swift here. So welcome to New York. Okay. Uh, there's a song by AC/DC called I Feel Safe in New York City. I feel safe in New York City. I feel safe in New York City. Meaning, you ladies here in Saugeen, if you don't make a move because you feel safe in New York City, well, I got a blank space. Meaning, Charlotte, the ladies don't want that opportunity. You're up to bat next. So that style, the style is like when we come crashing down, we always come back, right? Out of the woods. Are we out of the woods yet? Meaning, are we safe yet? All you had to do was stay. Meaning, the ladies in Saugeen in the reserve, all you had to do was stay. Shake it off. Shake it off is in, get a little bit of courage. Shake it off with what you think society may think of you with being with me. So I wish you. I don't even know what that one is. But I wish you would something. And then we got bad blood. Wildest dreams. So this love, I know pleasure's clean. So does these songs are connected to that equation? 1989 is the year that coin was tossed. 1958. So we now look at a rock superstar. And right here at the beginning of the video, this guy picks up that golden ticket, but he picks it up from a puddle of mud. And that's you, Jaden. You're the puddle of mud because you hate me. So, if you want a shot at, becoming my soulmate, Jaden, you need to let go of whatever hate it is you harbor towards me, and you need to start speaking the truth, or you're gonna lose out on a potential opportunity to get with me forever and ever and ever. So that ticket there is the 5 golden tickets from Willy Wonka. Admit one. Only one can win. There's a lot of chameleons out there, trying to change up. Anytime something new comes along, everybody wants a bite. So, the song is talking about living large in a big house with 5 cars. The 5 cars is metaphorical for Willy Wonka, five golden tickets. So, I wish it was all fun and games, but it's that me. I don't know how long ago this thing came out. It was 16 years ago, but longer than that. It's been probably 25 years ago. So the me is connected to me from Taylor Swift. I promise that you'll never find another like me. I know that I'm a handful. I know that I never think before I jump. So that's you, ladies. You don't really think before you jump or make your actions, right? And you're the kind of guy that ladies want, you're the kind of guy that the Caucasian ladies want. And there's a lot of cool chicks out there. So I know that I went psycho on the phone. I never leave well enough alone. So trouble's gonna fall where I go. So, but one of these things is not like the others. Like a rainbow with all of the colors. So this video is about whoever decides to become my soulmate. They're gonna be one of these things is not like the others. So the song Me is about there only being one of me and there only being one of you. And whichever one of you ladies steps up to the plate to secure that plate is going to get that role as the new mother of all creation. So this is that's Gal Gadot. That's her husband. I forget what his name is, but this is their daughter, Alma. So Alma, you've been selected as a potential suitor for that fifth ticket because I know that your family are going to be upset the fact that you're no longer at the top of the pyramid because the way they've structured things, they've made it so that you guys are you have a family lineage to the Invisible Man, and now that's going to be stripped away. And in place, there's going to be a Native American creator, which is, it's going to be a hard, bitter pill to swallow. So I've selected you as um, a potential new mother of all creation in case these other four ladies reject me. Well, then, the people that have lost their top spot as being the children of the creator can literally ascend to become the mother of all creation. So it's like, it's designed to repair your broken hearts and put you back in the limelight again. So this is the trailer you want to watch, Wonder Woman. So the gods gave us many gifts. One day you'll know them all. So it's referring to the gift of, potentially rising up out of the ashes of, heartbreak and misery and ruin to becoming the new mother of all creation. One day you'll know them all, meaning, if you accept this proposal and you come over here, one day you'll know all the creators, meaning everyone in Saugeen will get to know Alma Bersano. So this is where we keep them. So that there is a representation of Gal Gadot's daughter, Alma. So it's beautiful. Who would wield it? Only the fiercest among us even could. So it's a representation of a mother-daughter conversation. So it's like who would wield it? Only the fiercest among us even could. So the sword is a representation of a lower horn having to become soulmates by binding our souls together and then becoming pregnant. And the sword is what could destroy evil through all creation. So who would wield it? Well, Gal, you're too old to wield that sword. So that's what the conversation is about. It's about your mother, Gal Gadot, not being able to wield that sword. Because he says, the fiercest of us, only the fiercest among us even could. And that is not you, Diana. That's what she says, but it means, and that is not you, Gal Gadot. That's what it means. It means it's not you, but rather your daughter, Alma. So, Diana, you will train her harder than any Amazon before her. So, what that means is Gal Gadot, you will train her harder than any, Alma before her. 5 times harder, 10 times harder. Never let your guard down. You expect the battle to be fair until she is even better than you. Meaning, do the purification program, do the stuff that I'm outlining in the purification program, changing the diet where you're only eating certain foods and exercising every day. Plain and simple. That's all you got to do to become a god. Until she is even better than you. So it's a representation of Alma becoming better than you because she'll be able to become the new mother of all creation. Should these other ladies reject that offer. But she must never know the truth about what she is. So, what is she? And Wonder Woman is basically a weapon created by the gods, which is what Alma is. She's a weapon created by the gods. So the movie is based on your daughter being a weapon to destroy evil by binding her soul to mine to create life, which will destroy evil. That's what she is, but she must never know what she is. So she's a weapon. So this is Maya in the 3. So Maya in the 3 is so that's Maya, that's Alma, that's Daniela, and that's Ori. So this is Maya and the 3. That's what that trailer means. Maya and the 3. That's Maya, Alma, Daniela, and Ori. So Maya and the three. So that's basically about this vanquishing evil, destroying evil, because Alma's a weapon. Depending on how you want to spin it. I mean, you could take this news with a grain of salt, enjoy it, and run with it, or you could take it with a grain of salt and toss it away. I'll just go choose somebody else. So you could in this trailer you could watch it one of two ways. You could pretend that Maya is Alma and your family fighting the forces of darkness alongside the Creator by marrying him to get rid of evil. That's one way. The other way is continue to follow what you've been taught, and then think that I'm the bad guy and pick up a fight against me, which means you think that I'm the darkness and you're trying to fight against me. So that's you can watch it two ways. So this here's that's a representation of Alma diving in. So this song is now you want to watch "Shallow" by Lady Gaga, because the song is about Alma, or one interpretation can be about Alma. So tell me something, Alma, our girl. Tell me something, Alma. Are you happy in this modern world? Because by the time you watch this video, it's going to become evident that Native Americans are the creators of all existence, because when my book begins to go viral and science reviews the scientific facts I got in there, they're gonna have a lot of ammunition to finally say on the stage between science and religion that, hey, science is right. Spirituality is science, and science is spirituality. So they'll have they'll have a leg to stand on, right? Because they'll be able to understand everything scientifically of how everything came to be. So when that happens, and my stories prove that we're the creators, it's going to be a modern world, which means, are you happy in this modern world where, the stories that you've been told have now been kind of disproven through science? Because then the story that you believe in is going to take a back burner to the reality of the situation you're facing, meaning Native Americans are in control of creation because our science proves it. Once I prove that we're the creators, that means that your lineage is no longer connected to the creators. So therefore, it's like, are you happy in this modern world where you guys have had your hearts broken and have found out that you're not at the top of creation? You're just regular like everyone else, and the Native Americans are in control of creation. So are you happy in this modern world, Alma, where you're not the bosses anymore? Is what it means. Or do you need more? Is there something else you're searching for? What do you think, Mom? This guy's giving me an opportunity to, now become the mother of all creation. And all I got to do is get past the fact of what he did in his bedroom spiritually, to wage spiritual warfare. And I could rise our people up from the ashes and literally become just like what we were in the stories that we were taught. We will have literal ties to all creation because I will be the mother of all creation. So, is there something else you're searching for? So, I find myself longing for change. I'm off the deep end. Oops. Watch as I dive in. I'll never meet the ground. Crash through the surface where they can't hurt us. We're far from the shallow now. The shallow is a representation of people who are shallow, like very shallow, because they don't understand what I did to save them. They only see one perception. I mean, I guess once you're labeled one thing, you can't seem to get that label off you, despite how much you try to say otherwise. So I'll say it again. When I'm working here with Spirit, I'm a police officer investigating information by imitating evil and then once I'm done that aspect of the investigation and I become sober and I'm sitting here right now, like what I am right now, I'm Anthony Albuquerque, and there's no ties to that aspect of me. I'm a normal person. So that people can get that in their head, like he's normal right now. If he was to remain sober forever, then he'd be normal forever. But people they just don't see it that way. They just see me the other way. So if you can get over that and see me for who I am right now, a normal person, going forward forever, it might help you overcome that fear of wanting to I don't know, take a shot with me, right? So that's what it means, the shallow people. We're far from the shallow people now. And that's from Wonder Woman. She jumps off the cliff and she dives in, which is a representation of you potentially diving in to save me from drowning, because that's water. And again, it's attached to the rivers and springs of Jana. And Jesus walking on water, and then Moses parting the Red Sea. So it's a representation of me drowning because I've been unjustly labeled as Satan. And there's the water is an association with theology. And you jumping in to save me from drowning. And that's what this scene is here. So Wonder Woman literally jumps in to save Steve, pulls him out from drowning. It's the same story as the Little Mermaid or from Charlotte, where she jumps in to save me from drowning in the Little Mermaid. But yours is attached to Wonder Woman through your mother. So who is this place? Who are you? It is our sacred duty to defend the world. Then I must. So it's like, if no one else will defend the world, then I must. That's what she says. So it's a representation of you, well, obviously, those other four ladies, Jaden, Leia, Tatum, and Charlotte, they didn't want that opportunity to save the world by becoming the new mother of all creation. So if nobody else must, well, then I'll step up to the plate. So that's what it's about. So, but get to this part here, and it's like, welcome to jolly old London. London is a metaphor for Jaden, because that's where she lives, or used to live. London, Ontario, Canada. It's also a representation of Charlotte. So it's hideous means Jaden is going to find me hideous. Charlotte is going to find me hideous. Which means those other two girls might find me hideous. So what do I do then, Alma? If Jaden, Leia, Tatum, and Charlotte all find me hideous, what's my next recourse? That's where, putting your people at the top of the pyramid by making you the mother of all creation could ultimately save the day and fix that, because, everyone finds me hideous. So, that's why you've been given a golden ticket. Yeah, it's not for everybody, meaning, when you find out the spiritual warfare, the extent of the spiritual warfare here, yeah, it's not for everybody, because it's hard to get over that perception of what took place here, right, behind closed doors. But as I said before, if you get over the fact that there's one aspect of me that needed to be conducted to conduct the investigation, but once that aspect is gone, I'm the same person I used to be, always, and always have been, and always will be forever. It's a little bit easier to swallow. Like, at least when I'm with that guy, I know that he's not a bad person. He's not thinking bad thoughts in his mind of this or that. He is who he is, and he's always has been. So you can take rest assurance in knowing that. Like if we were to go out sometime and wander around, I'm not this person that people think I am. I'm a normal, average, everyday person, and that I wouldn't be thinking bad thoughts or anything. So you need to remember that. So yeah, this is not for everybody. So this says, is there anything else you want to show me? So, well, I thought you deserved to know these clues as to how I found you. So, this here is Al, right? Ma. So that's your name, Alma. But this here means go, like go, Alma, or go forward. Like you want to go, if you want to go forward, Anthony, go Alma, because she can steal. Like STEAL, like steal, right? But if you look at that there, it says that's like a saint, right? Saint. Eel. like saint water because of the water being associated with eels. But that electric eel means, working with me to become, to make the water drum of the Medewan Lodge sound its voice again through an electric eel or electric lower horn. So that's a clue. I mean, go Alma. But if you look harder, you get the G, the O, and the A, and the L. You get goal. Like we could literally score a goal if I go with Alma, who can become the mother. So GOAL is goal, goal. So go ALMA, go Alma, Ma, mother of all creation, because I'll get a GOAL. I'll get a goal. I'll score. And we should be able to shut evil down once and for all, forever. So I thought you might want to see that because that's a potential clue as to how I found you. So this is Algoma University. Same thing. All that means is, you need to attend my classes. You need to attend school so that you understand what's going on here. You just can't be, stubborn and just sit there and read from your text, right? Because if you just sit there and read from your text and you don't pick up my book, you're not going to learn anything. You're not going to learn that you have a potential to become the mother of all creation. So you need to attend my university to, graduate with honors. This is Algoma University. So they're playing soccer here, okay? So that's a tie to train spotting. So you want to look for train spotting here. Choose life, opening scene. Because this part here of the soccer is connected to your story. So it's basically talking about choose life, choose a job. Meaning, what do you want to do? Choose life, choose a job. Choose life, choose to become the mother of all creation. Choose a career, choose a family. Meaning, choosing to be with me means you get to become part of the creator family by literally creating a child. So you're creating a family to become part of the creator family. That's what that means. So, choose a big television. That just means, choose to watch me on YouTube. Don't close the blind eye. Choose your friends. So, this is a prophecy about aliens coming here, pretending to be your mommy and daddy, pulling out some high-tech technology to, resurrect the dead and heal the sick and then throw some smear campaign about me by posting it on YouTube about me and my most intimate moments, claiming to be your friends, but meanwhile, they're a bunch of snakes in the grass. So you need to choose your friends. I'm telling you, any aliens that come here pretending to be, the Supreme Almighty is a bunch of liars, and they have a mission and a job to get rid of everyone. So choose your friends wisely. If there's aliens here pretending to be people they're not, you need to choose your friends. I'm your friend, despite what they may say. So choose your friends. So don't let them tell you that I'm a sick boy. Okay? Because that's what that represents. They're going to come here pretending to be the lights. That's a representation of a UFO, right? That fence is like a prison. They want to basically lock me away, imprison me, and then that's it. So don't let them tell you that I'm a sick boy. You don't know what's going on where you can't see when these guys come here because only I can see what they're up to. So that's what their plan is, to come here to say that I'm a sick boy. So choose your friends. Don't believe everything that, people tell you. I mean, if you believe every Tom, Dick, and Harry, can you imagine if somebody went and knocked on your door, said, "Hi, I'm the da 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 da," and then you let them in, and then you have no idea who they are just because they say they're something without any verification. Would you do that normally? Would you let somebody walk in off the street that you had no idea into your house and have free range of your house and let them do whatever they want? I don't think you would. So why the hell should you do that here on planet Earth? So choose your future. You have a choice here, Alma, of, believing potentially what these aliens are going to tell you, that, you're the boss when you're not. I am. And if you're wandering around, you're a little bit heartbroken that, you're not at the top anymore because there's a competing story. Choose your future. If these ladies they don't show interest in me, you need to know that you're at the top of the list. I think it's very important that um, I mend your nation's broken hearts by giving you that opportunity to become the new mother of all creation. So choose life, Alma. And with that, that's this presentation.